Hello, Sergeant. How are you? Just getting the flight set up here. So we're gonna be going from Providence to LaGuardia, and then probably plan a flight after that. Let's go ahead and trying to plan this out here. Let's see. Let's get this route. I'm trying to see what I'm using NavGraph, trying to see what runways they may be using in LaGuardia. Let's do this. A very short flight, and then we'll do one after that, probably. All right, let's see what runways they're running. Looks like they're using 4 and 3-1. So departure. Look at ATIS. Right, ATIS information, Charlie, 1551 Zulu, wind is at 320 17, 10 statute miles, fuel at 5,000 scatter, 25,000, temperature is 17. Dew point is 02, altimeter 3009er. RNAV X-ray into runway 31 in use. All right. ILS 4 available on request. All right, so expecting the RNAV X-ray into runway 31. All right. So let's plan that out. So we'll do RNAV X-ray into 31. RNAV X-ray into 31. And I gotta find... Ooh, that's brutal. They did not go that far. Let's look. I'm looking at the real track here. This is the real track they did here. If I can move it. So that looks like that's what they did. So that's what we shall do. All right, so it's gonna be the Nobby 5 and the RNAV X-ray 31, and then I gotta find. They want to take me off of the short runway. That runway is short. We are light, but I do not want to be taken off 34. It's only 6,000 feet of runway. 320. Let's take off of runway 5. So departures direct. I want to take off of 5 though. Oh, how do I change that here? I don't know if I can. All right, set that as departure, and then I'm going to try to set the gate and see if that will fix it. Let's see if it put me back on. I might be able to request it. I could probably do a max performance takeoff and get out of there. So we only have 35% fuel. So let me actually knock that fuel down a little bit. Let's go down to 25% fuel, see how that looks. Get nice and light. That'll help us take off out of there. Yeah, that's fine. And let's see what altitude they took off at, or they were planned out at. They're planned at 18, so 180. Come on. I hate it when it does that. Highlight. Jesus Christ. All right, 180. All right, so that looks good. Famous last words. But good to see you, Sergeant. All right, let me see. Did I finish that? Let me get the video finished, setting up here. Check track IR. I'm trying to get back to the game quickly here. That's gonna be better than just a picture of the building. Alright, that's good. Alright, let's shut off track IR. Let's get cold and dark here. Fix track IR again. Alright, aircraft, cold and dark. Doors are open. Realistic, IRS. All right, hydraulics are off, nose wheel steering's off, landing gear stowed. Spoilers are 0. Flaps are set to 0. Radars are off. ADG handle is stowed. Emergency flaps are off. Power's on. DC battery for the APU is at least 22. Right, APU door is open. APU and bite, built-in test equipment. SOV shutoff valve is open. APU door is open, spinning. All right, let's start playing with Navigraph. All right, so that's good. All right, so we're planning on cancel that. I need to do a new flight here. All right, let's go. Providence. What runway were you going to take off of? Runway 34. No departures available. Going to LaGuardia. We're landing on runway 31. What did I say? Navi 5. Navi 5, and I gotta look it up. And it looks like Bath. Navi 5, Bath. Alright, we're going to be doing the RNAV X-ray in a 3-1. And we'll just go ahead and I'm going to put in, let's see, RNAV X-ray 3-1, Veraz. Looks like probably Veraz. We'll put that in there. No, it didn't like that. RNAV X-ray. Let's see. Greg. That's the one. All right. RNAV X-ray, Greg. That's all in. All right. And then what are we heading to? Bath. Let's look at the flight plan here. Yep, direct Bath. So direct Bath, it goes right on. So just Providence, direct Bath. Okay, good. That'll be easy enough. All right, the APU's up. AC, DC. Hydraulics 3A is on. That's good. Right, I'll go to performance. We've got full boat here. 4931, 4931. 4931 and 6.9. Okay, 4931, 6.9. All right, good. Oh, I got to do a bunch of stuff here. IRS. Get those going. All right. Okay, Providence PVD. Grab GPS 1. Stick it there. Our flight number is 5178? 5178? Yeah, 5178. All right. All right, departure. There's no departure. Runway 34. Arrival is going to be the Navi 5. RNAV X-ray in a 3-1, if I can find it. It doesn't show RNAV X-ray. Interesting. Zulu, Yankee, X-ray. There's RNAV X-ray 3-1 right there. And it's going to be Greg. All right, that's all in. Let's go to legs. Why is it not showing Bath? Literally, I put in Bath. We take Greg and put it there for Crayley, but no Bath, huh? We double check it goes Bath to cache. I believe it does, but BAF to PWL, okay. BAF, if I can find it, BAF, PWL, and then cache, okay. It's gotta be the 41. Alright, that's good. Alright, flight plan, we'll copy that. We'll go ahead to the legs page there. We'll go set this up. Alright, FMS is pretty much set. Let's grab ATIS while I do some other stuff.
Providence Airport information, uniform 1600 Zulu. Wind tree 4 at 1 tree. Visibility 10. Sky condition, few clouds at 4,800 feet. Temperature 18. Dew point 10. Altimeter tree 0.01. ILS runway tree 4 in use.
3001.
Landing and departing runway tree 4. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back, hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact. You have uniform.
Uniform.
Providence Airport information, uniform 1600 Zulu. Wind tree 4 at 1 tree. Visibility 10. Sky condition, few clouds at 4,800 feet. Temperature 18.
Clearance delivery Endeavour 5178 IFR to LaGuardia, ready to copy.
Endeavour 5178 is cleared to LaGuardia Airport as filed. Takeoff runway tree 4, climb and maintain 12,000 feet.
12.
Departure frequency is 12.675, squawk 0375.
Endeavour 5178 cleared to LaGuardia Airport as filed. Takeoff runway tree 4 climb and maintain 12,000 feet. Departure on 12.3.675 squawk 0375.
Endeavour 5178, read that correct. Contact ground on 121.9er. Good day.
Alright, let's go ahead and check Navigraph here for a brief. Alright, we're taking off runway 34. We have 6,081 feet of runway. Anything before 80 knots, we're going to go ahead and stop the runway. Anything after 80 knots will just be for engine fire failure, thrust reverser, any of the major incidents. After V1, we're just going to go ahead and handle it in the air. Let's expect if we're in emergency condition, we'll make left traffic. We'll come in from runway 5. That looks like that. We're going to be going runway heading. Then we'll expect a turn on course out to BAF. All right, that's pretty much that. We're coming in off BAF here, so we'll brief this once we get in the air. Keep the airport diagram up. All right, good. Briefing is complete. Let's see, what else do I need? I think we're pretty good here for most everything. We're just waiting on IRS to align mostly. Right, let's go. We'll run some checklists. Originations complete. Before start checklist. We'll get going on that in a minute here. Doors page. We're just waiting for the IRSs to align. Ooh, I don't know if it's going to push us out. It might say there's no tug available. I should be able to turn out of this. I should be able to do a turnout. We actually had turnout gates where we would just taxi our way out of there. Should have no problem turning out of here. So I'll plan another turnout. So they would literally have the passengers walk out. You would have an air stairs because on planes I used to fly, we didn't have air stairs built in. So they'd walk out and then they would clear you and you'd just turn out of there. So that's what we'll plan on if we need to. Alright, just waiting. We can go ahead and put hydraulics to auto. We'll go ahead and we'll turn on the boost pumps there. Ready for when we do get ready to push here. Go ahead and we'll read through. Before start, passenger signs on. Land elevation is not set yet. What's the elevation? 33 feet, so we'll do like 300 something feet. That's good. Altimeters are 3001 within 75 feet of field elevation. FMS is check set. We're waiting on IRS alignment. Radios and navs are set. Takeoff briefing is complete, and we'll hold it for the IRS. All right, that's set. Let's go ahead. While I'm waiting, trim was 6.9. There we go. We just got that done. Okay, 6.9 in there. All right, we're ready here. I'm gonna see if we can get a push. Probably not, but we'll see. I gotta shut some doors here.
Providence Ground, Endeavour 5178, requesting pushback.
Providence Ground, Endeavour 5178, no pushback tug is available.
That's what I figured. You give me no pushback tug.
Before takeoff, we would like to encourage all passengers.
So we're good. We can do a turnout out of here.
Safety features of the aircraft.
All right, we got the light on there. Let's go ahead and keep going through checklists. So we'll go ahead and clear to start checklist. Let's take out the chocks. Let's go ahead and set the brake. Let's see, devices are off, APU is on, electrics are checked, takeoff data is set, doors are closed, lock beacon is on, fuel pumps are on, fuel quantity was 4,000. Did I not? I don't remember doing performance. I don't think I did performance. Stand by. Gotta do perf. I forgot to do performance. I did not remember to do performance. All right, that's in. Let's see, cargo is 1075. It was 48 something. Let's find it. 4931. It is a short runway, so. All right, cruising altitude is flight level 180. All right, that's all in there now. All right, and then let's make sure we set those. Okay, that's good. All right, the fuel quantity is 4,931. Hydraulic pumps are auto on. Parking brake is going to be on for this one. All right, we're ready to start now. All right, crank them one. Let's go ahead and I'll do track IR. All right, there we go. Oh, I have to reset it. It's a mess. Stand by. It's a mess. It's off, so I gotta reset it. There we go. All right. Crank them one will also flap to 8. Turn the music down a little bit too. We'll taxi out on one engine. Yaw damp on there? Yeah, yaw damper. Alright, get rid of yaw damper. Alright, one is up. Generators are auto, electrics check, bleed valves are auto, packs are on. APU is going to stay on until we get number 2 started. Anti-ice is going to stay off. Nose wheel steering is engaged. After start check is complete.
In case of a drop in cabin pressure, breathing masks will drop from the ceiling and should be placed over your head. If there is smoke in the cabin during the evacuation of the aircraft,
Providence Ground, Endeavour 5178,
Turn out of here.
uniform ready to taxi IFR.
Endeavour 5178, taxi to and hold short of runway 34 via taxiway hotel.
I'll show you the turnout. See how tight we can turn. No problem turning out on a gate like that.
Turn off all electronic devices. We thank you for paying attention during
Taxiing hold short runway tree for using taxiway hotel Foxtrot cross runway 2 tree Alpha Endeavour 5178.
Alright. Flight control check 6.9 in the green. That's good. Alright, let's just check the taxi instructions. It's going to be taxi hold short runway 34 via Hotel Foxcross 23 at Alpha. Contact tower on 20.7. Okay. Let me just look at it real quick again. Hotel Fox. So it does not look like it's the... it looks like they have all the taxi ways are incorrect. I'm looking at the diagram. Taxi instructions should be taxi via Charlie. cross runway, what do they say, 23 at Charlie, and then hold short of 34. That's the whole instruction there. So they just have the wrong taxi ways in the game. So we'll taxi out the correct way. So if you see this dash line here, if you're within the dash line, you are in the ramp. So you do not need to contact ground if you're within that dash line. If you come outside of the dash line, you're now in the controlled area. So. All right, we'll go ahead and just start. Slats flap set to 8. Flight controls are free and correct. Trims are 6.9 and in the green. Thrust reversers are armed. Flight 10's advised. Brake temperatures are checked. All right. Clear right. Clear left. Clear center. So it kind of has some weird taxiways here. So there are a lot of runway incursion hotspots. So there's actually, what are we looking at? 4 hotspots on this airport. So especially you probably have a lot of general aviation going in and out of this airport. So you get a lot of people who are having runway incursions. So it's kind of like wherever they have the most runway incursions, they are kind of noting them as hotspots so that people stay vigilant. So like you can see right here, we are coming up and we are going to cross this. We are clear to cross this runway. This is runway 23. We were already cleared to cross 23, but it would be at Charlie instead of Alpha. Clear left, clear right, clear to cross. Looks like we're going to have right crosswind on takeoff. If you look, I'm looking at that sock. You can see it's the right of where we're going to be taking off. I got to put in the runway heading is 337. That 337 on the heading. Let's go ahead and start spinning too. All right. All right, there's 20%. Did I have everything done on the video? I think I do, yeah. Okay, I just gotta get a link up on the Discord. All right, there we go. We just got the bell for it. We hit 50%, so I just clicked the timer. We're gonna have to wait a minute. That's fine.
Blue Streak 51904 taxi to and hold short of runway tree 4 via taxiway hotel Foxtrot cross runway 23 Alpha. Contact tower on 120.7 when ready.
All right, so we'll run a quick checklist. I'll switch over to tower. All right, let's see. Before takeoff checklist. All right, we're ready there. I'm just waiting. We got. I'm gonna wait till about 40 seconds. We need a minute on that engine start. I still have to do some other stuff too. So let's go ahead and check AC, DC, hydraulics. Back to the status page. We'll go ahead and shut the APU off, and we'll go ahead and close the door. All right, good, and we're ready to go. We got 52
Providence
seconds
Tower,
on that
Endeavour
start.
5178 at runway tree for ready for departure IFR
There
to
we go.
LaGuardia.
We got our minute.
Endeavour 5178 altimeter tree 0.01 wind tree 4 at 1 tree. Traffic is Cessna
Takeoff
Skyhawk
config
on final.
okay.
Cleared for takeoff runway tree 4.
Cleared for takeoff runway tree for Endeavour 5178.
All right, let's go. That's the wrong one. There it is. That was just weather. I'm going to go ahead and hold the brakes for this. Lights and strobes, I check fuel cross flow is to manual. Flight attendants advise transponder is on, radar is off, CAS is checked before takeoff checklist complete. Thrust set. Wait for the thrust to come all the way up. There we go, brakes released. Airspeed's alive. 80 knots.
Providence Tower, Southwest 2472, Heavy 19er mile south inbound, ILS runway tree 4 approach.
V1.
Southwest 2472, Heavy Providence Tower. Altimeter tree 0.
Positive rate, gears coming up.
Tree 4 and 1 tree.
Select speed
ILS
heading.
runway tree 4 approach.
Autopilot.
Cleared ILS runway tree 4 approach, Southwest 2472 Heavy. Endeavour 5178, contact Providence departure on 123.675. Good day.
3675.
Going to 123.675.
I know some of this area, so I'm just trying to look. Yep, I know this building right here. So.
Providence departure Endeavour 5178 is passing 2,100 feet, climbing 12,000 feet.
Endeavour 5178, Providence departure altimeter tree 0.01 radar contact. Continue to Bravo Alpha Foxtrot.
Alright, just cleared us to BAF. Alright, so I did it with the heading bug. We got the nose coming down to speed us up a little bit. And go ahead and get rid of some flaps now. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to come in here and we want to go direct, BAF, execute, nav. Alright, we're on nav. And then we'll do a climb checklist. Fuel cross leads, auto bleeds, and APU are set, thrust reversers off, CAS is checked. Climb check is complete. Alright, we'll go ahead and take off track AR. Alright, give me a quick flight. You can see Long Island down there. So it's doing the wiggle woggle because of the way it's.
Endeavour 5178, contact Boston Center on 124.85.
45.
Good day.
124.85 Endeavour 5178. Goodbye. Boston Center Endeavour 5178 is passing 8,700 feet, climbing 12,000 feet.
And how are you doing there
Endeavour
today, Sergeant?
5178, Boston Center altimeter tree 0.01 radar contact. Continue to Bravo Alpha Foxtrot.
Bye. What do you got? 40 something knot. Is that really 40 something knots?
Endeavour 5178, climb and maintain flight level 180.
That's our final. 180
Climb
Endeavour.
and maintain flight level 180 Endeavour 5178.
5178. I can't see that far. IRL, it's easier for your eyes to adjust. Yeah, on the Embraer we had one detent, and then you had buttons, and you'd press the buttons. So you had, if you pushed it all the way forward, you'd have max thrust, and then you would set takeoff thrust, and then you would click the takeoff thrust button, and when you put it in the detent, you would get takeoff thrust. And then when you were in climb, you'd press the climb button, leave it in the detent, and then when you were in cruise, you could leave it in the detent, press the cruise. This one, it has climb, toga, and max power. But we have a 47, it was a 47 knots going up. Wow, it was a 62 knot headwind here, coming up pretty strong for this altitude. We're only at 14,000 feet. She's serving sandwiches.
We are now serving sandwiches.
We're either crossed into Mass or Connecticut. It's hard to tell with where the angle is. We're going up to Bath, so it's likely we're in Mass. Here's Putnam right there. That's Pawtucket, Rhode Island. That is Worcester. That's, what is that? HDF? Not sure about that. Is this New Haven? Yeah, New Haven, Connecticut right there. That's Westover in Springfield, Mass. So probably right. We're probably in Mass now. We're on the border. That's Bradley, Connecticut right there. That's 17,000 for 180. Go standard altimeters. Go ahead and let the passengers get up a little bit. Even on these short flights, you know, getting that sign off, letting them get up. Like, you don't know when the last time somebody, like, a lot of people are like friggin' nervous about they're gonna miss their flight, and they just sit at the gate, and they might have to go to the bathroom. They'd rather wait until they get on the plane. So it's good to give them a little bit of a chance. We're leveling off now. Take the seatbelt sign off. And at 180, we're definitely going to pull the thrust back to not overspeed. This is Delta Endeavor, and it's a CRJ 900. I'll show you in a second.
Cessna Zero Echo Zulu, contact Boston Center on 127.65. Good day.
All right, so we're going to go ahead. We'll brief the arrival as we are almost on the arrival. Once we get to Bath, we're at the arrival. So we'll go ahead and start briefing that.
127.65.
All right, we'll be doing the Nobby 5 in. We are coming up to Barnes here, and then we're going to go to...
Endeavor 5178, contact Boston Center on 127.65.
127.65, Endeavor 5178. Sure.
127.65 Endeavor 5178. Goodbye. Boston Center Endeavor 5178 flight level 180.
All right.
Endeavor 5178 Boston Center altimeter tree 0.03 radar contact. Continue to Bravo Alpha Foxtrot.
All right, we got Barnes, Pauling, Cache. We expect 8,000 feet at Nobby, Carmel, Rhymes. And then we're going to be crossing over, probably at Rhymes, I would say, to join the approach, which is going to be the RNAV GPS X-ray into runway 31. So this is going to be our way in here. Is going to be going to Greg, Zared, Vader, JC, Nicole, Veraz, Pachu 3,000 feet, Shavy at 2,005, Gakar at 2,200. We expect to grab the glide slope at Gakar at 2,200. The MDA is 1,160 feet. What? To LaGuardia? That's what? Why is that so friggin'? Why is the MDA so high? Does it go visual there? What? Is it just dumping us out on final? It must be. Okay, it is. Yeah, it's 3.2 miles, so that's fine. If you look here at Darrell, it's 1,142, which is the about the DA. And so then we'll continue down from there. And we're going to do altitude checks of 782 at Keith, 422 at Drake, and then runway 31. At that point, we will be visual, so we'll just expect to go in visual there. That's the brief for the approach and that. Let's go ahead and brief the turn-offs. Runway 31 will either take Juliet or Tango, likely Juliet, but we're not going to hammer on the brakes if we don't need to. We'll go to Tango, and then we'll plan to taxi back on Bravo or likely Alpha, so we'll probably go Tango Hotel Alpha, or we'll expect Juliet Kilo Alpha, and then we're going to go down to these gates here, these Delta gates. This is all Delta down here, and is it Terminal Charlie? That's Terminal Charlie. So that's the plan. All right, All right, so we're all briefed up. One of the reasons why I did the brief so early is we only have 35 minutes left in the flight, so it's a very quick flight. It's good to get the brief in early. A little bit of bumps and grinds maybe here, so I'm going to go ahead and kick the weather on. Not that it works. For some reason, it doesn't work in game. I was looking at some of the forums. They have yet to work on it, so weather radar is not really working it apparently. From what I heard in the forums, this is one of the reasons why you if you're you try to get higher altitudes, so you're not banging through clouds all the time. That's when it gets bumpy, is in the clouds. There is clear air turbulence, but a lot of it is being in the clouds, because that's where your convective activity is, in the clouds. That's how the clouds are all, the cumulus clouds are all going up like this, is because they have updrafts banging on the overspeed. There you go. But that's where you get a bunch of turbulence. None of them look all that dark. Like this could have some rain in it over here. Look at the actual radar, see if they're pulling any water out of those clouds. This was this morning, this flight took off, so it might not have some of this. It looks like, looking at the map, a little bit of water out to the west, so that could have moved in. That's our temperature. We are 3 degrees C, negative SAT of negative 16 C, so there is a chance that we ice up. So if we hit ice, we'll go ahead and put on the anti-ice. Go ahead and set my V speeds while I'm here.
Boston Center Skywest 4137 is at flight level 215, climbing flight level 320.
Careful that. Is that Bradley?
Skywest 4137,
That might be
Boston
Bradley.
Center radar contact.
Let's look.
Continue to Jaxi. Endeavour
Probably
5178,
Bradley.
contact Boston Center on
Bradley.
132.65.
Now,
Good day.
275.
Cessna 28 Victor, contact Boston Center on
3265,
124.85. Good day.
Going to 132.65 Endeavour 5178. Boston Center Endeavour 5178 flight level 180.
Endeavour 5178 Boston Center altimeter 30.04 radar contact. Continue to Bravo Alpha Foxtrot. Boston Center Exejet 532 is at 12,500 feet, descending 8,000 feet. Exejet 532 Boston Center altimeter 30.04 radar contact. Continue to Papa Whiskey Lima. Exejet 532, contact Boston Center on 128.1.
Used to fly into Bradley,
Good
Connecticut
day.
all the time.
One 128.1 Exejet 532. Goodbye.
Overspeed again. Trying to get it right on the money so it stops overspeed and I can keep it right on the edge, but gotta get it right on there. Try that. Trend vector's a little in the high end there, and I don't have the granular control I need of the of my thrust
Boston
levers.
Center Porter 2328 Heavy is at flight level 230, climbing flight level 250. Porter 2328 Heavy, Boston Center radar contact, continue.
Alright, good to have all the briefs done as it gets busier on the arrival here. That's all done. Got everything in mind. You know, already like know up to like what turn off we want on the runway. So likely from Crayley, we're going to go to Greg. Get a vector to Greg, likely. So at Crayley, I got rid of the discontinuity. We expect to get a vector there. Go ahead and I'll pull up the ATIS at, I think I pulled up the ATIS at LaGuardia already. But we'll grab the ATIS. So you'd be able to look it up on the ACARS and the airplane. So LaGuardia information, Charlie, is the same one we had last time? Yeah, they haven't updated yet. They put out the ATIS once an hour. It's 1250 local, 1650 Zulu. So we're at 1650 Zulu. So this came out just about an hour ago. So we expect to get a new ATIS probably within a couple minutes. As you can see, the ATIS is 59 minutes old. So we're going to wait for the new ATIS. Have you tried PTFS? No, I have not. Roblox doesn't really interest me. I play Stormmarks. That's interesting. All right. Doing pretty well here. We'll start getting into the arrival. The only part of that arrival, as I pre-briefed, was we've got to worry about Nobby at 8,000. Whether the game gives it to us or not, we'll see.
Boston Center SkyWest 4137 is at flight level tree 05 climbing, flight level tree 60.
Oh.
Endeavor 5178, contact Boston Center on 128.1.
128.1, Endeavor 5178, sir.
SkyWest 4137, Boston Center radar contact, continue to Jaxie.
128.1 Endeavor 5178. Goodbye. Boston Center Endeavor 5178 flight level 180.
Yeah, even this is not enough simulation for me. I want it to
Boston
be more
Center
realistic
altimeter
than this.
30.05 radar contact continue. Endeavor 5178 contact Boston Center on 134.3.
134.3, Endeavor 5178, see ya.
Going to 1 tree for decimal tree Endeavor 5178. Boston Center Endeavor 5178 flight level 180.
Endeavor 5178 Boston Center altimeter 30.05 radar contact continue.
So you can start to see Long Island right there.
Air 1081 traffic is 2 o'clock 1 miles at 10,900 feet Cessna Skyhawk. Report them in sight. Boston Center ExitJet 532 is passing 10,900 feet, descending 8,000 feet. ExitJet 532 Boston Center altimeter 30.05 radar contact, continue to CSSH. Air 1081 traffic in sight.
That's interesting to me that
the
MDA is so high on this approach.
Brickyard 4645 heavy.
But the weather's good, so
Contact continue.
We'll be able to visually see 3-1 and just go in visual after that anyway. Let's see. See if I can't grab that ATIS now. Nope, still Charlie. Still Charlie, so I'm waiting on the new ATIS. They might put it out at the hour. Got a little bit of time to get a new ATIS. Yeah, so,
Endeavour 5178 traffic is 10 o'clock 4 miles at 14,500 feet Airbus A20N. Report them in sight.
he's always late on the call.
Southwest
That
2733 heavy
can't be
traffic
what
is
he
1
means.
o'clock 3 miles
What'd
at
he say?
17,800
No.
feet.
It's at
Report them in
14.
sight.
It's low. That's it.
Endeavour
Might be behind the
5178
post.
don't have the traffic.
IRL, you can kind of lean around the
Southwest
post,
2733
rock and roll a
heavy
little
has
bit.
the traffic.
Alright, so one strategy I might do is, seeing I keep getting annoyed that they end up screwing up the live traffic and sending me around, I might, if I'm on final and the live traffic's going to screw with me, I might go into the menu and shut it off for that approach when we get, you know, if it becomes a problem, like, just pause the game and do that, because it's been annoying lately.
Going to 124.65 exit 532.
Is Connecticut River here? I think it was that Connecticut River, I can't tell. If I bring up the map, I can probably tell. This is the Connecticut right here. Okay. This is Connecticut, it goes through Hartford.
Endeavour 5178 descend and maintain 4,000 feet.
4,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 4,000 feet. Endeavour 5178.
I don't know why he's to send us down to 4,000 feet. We should be getting 8,000 at Navi, but I don't know. He's giving us the approach altitude, which is friggin' weird, man. Game is weird, I'm telling you. Okay. Seatbelt signs going on. Yeah, somebody made a comment before, like when I turned on the seatbelt sign, like just after we went into a turn. The turns are irrelevant because the turns are coordinated. So, you know, you're still getting pushed directly down to the bottom of the airplane, so you don't feel the turn. Like, you can still stand up while the airplane's turned because it's coordinated. The G-force is going directly down to the floor. It's the descent is why you want that seatbelt sign on, is that will make you go, that will change your gravity, so you will weigh less, and it can cause you to float, which can make people, cause people to fall down. Especially you start doing big descents, you want to make sure that seatbelt sign's on.
Radar contact continue.
So we're going to actually go over the field, and then we're going to come back around. So this is actually kind of a cool arrival. It keeps us, this is going to take us right over Manhattan, too. So this should be a pretty cool, it's going to take us over Manhattan, over Staten Island. It's going to then take us over the Bronx, Brooklyn, and then in. So I wonder if this is like, we used to do the expressway visual. Kind of like that almost.
Goodbye.
A little bit different. All right, 3005.
Goodbye.
I'm going to need some spoiler here. It's when you get into faster airplanes, you really got to start using the tools to get slowed down. Yeah, because I need to be below 250 knots before I go below 10,000 feet. So See, I'm trying to keep it reasonable. See, we got 1,000 feet to go, so we probably need some more spoiler. And then we're looking all right. We're looking a little bit harsh on it, so I'm going to go up to 2,500 feet per minute, and that will get us slowed down. It's not like they give you a ticket if you just are a little fast.
Contact Boston Center on
See right here, we're about 10 knots fast. That's not the end of the world. They're not going to say anything.
128.1 Endeavour 5178. Goodbye.
We're going to speed mode. There we go.
Boston Center Endeavour 5178 is at 9,200 feet, descending 4,000 feet.
Endeavour 5178 Boston Center altimeter, tree 0.07 radar contact. Continue to remass.
Yeah, so see, they would have had us go down to 8,000 likely at Nobby. They probably wouldn't have us go down to 4.
5178 contact New York approach on 132.7.
327.
Good day.
Because I think they're taking off 4, so they don't want us crossing when they're trying to take off out of 4. They'd probably have us keep up higher.
Goodbye.
I would say. The game doesn't really know.
New York approach Endeavour 5178 is passing 7,800 feet, descending 4,000 feet.
Endeavour 5178 New York approach altimeter, tree 0.07 radar contact. Continue to remass.
I think this is New Haven over here. Not like New Haven. Every once in a while I drive through there during the day when it was kind of see the water and all the ships coming in. All right, so at Crayley, we expect vectors. So I'm going to straighten up the heading bug, and then he's likely going to send us direct to Greg, is what I'm thinking he's going to do. I didn't brief did I brief the missed approach? I don't think I did brief the missed approach. Published missed approach procedures: do not exceed 165 knots until runway 31, then do not exceed 210 knots until Greco, climb 2,000. On FMS lateral path, runway 31, then climb right, direct Greco, and hold. If unable to follow the FMS lateral path, turn left, heading 025, climb 2,000, direct Greco, and hold. We're going to go ahead and ask for vectors back for another approach into 3-1. Briefed. Good traffic, it looks like, on the same approach ahead of us, maybe. That is 5,000 for 4,000. All right, altitude cap. A little bit fast.
Endeavour 5178, you are 3 miles northeast. Keep speed not above 240 knots. Expect RNAV X-ray runway tree 1 approach via GGREG transition. Clear to GGREG.
All right, direct Greg. All right, so I left it in there, so as you can see, he's giving us direct Greg, so.
Keep speed not above 240 knots. Expect RNAV X-ray runway tree 1 approach via GGREG transition. Clear to Greg Endeavour 5178.
Ooh, what'd I get? Port? What's this? Something in Connecticut. Speed up a little bit. I went right on 240. Do I have spoilers out still? I don't think so. No. Put spoilers away. You'd hear them in the real plane. You know, they make kind of a roaring noise when they're out. So you'd be able to hear them. Long Island Sound. All right, so we come in. We're going to go over LaGuardia. So we're going from Greg to Zared to Vader to JC. And we'll end up going right over LaGuardia's on the way in. So we go over the airport, then we go south, and then we come back around. So it's going to be kind of cool going through because we go over Manhattan, what do you call it, Staten Island, up through the Bronx. I'll do the descent checklist. Landing elevations at fuel is checked. TCAS is going to be on. Radar is off. CAS is checked. Landing data is set, and approach briefing is complete. Descent checklist complete. All right, go track IR so I can look around a little bit more instead of using the mouse. So I'm looking at the, we have to slow down. We're 240 at Greg's, which we were already at. Our next speed restriction is going to be 200 knots at Nacol, and then 200 knots at Vera's as well. So it looks like we're behind that plane right in front of us. That's who we're following in. Again, if we have an issue with live traffic, I'll either just land it anyway or shut it off. The live traffic's kind of been the bane of my existence lately. The track IR centered up here. That's better. Maybe we're not following him in. Now he's cutting a corner, so I doubt we're following him in. So a big part of this is to keep us away from JFK. You know, maybe to a little extent, White Plains. See traffic 12 low, going from east to west. Got a southeast to northwest. Building down there, golf course, a little bit of water out here in Long Island. You can see Manhattan over there. The chowder, which is good for those who are not lactose tolerant. Look at some stuff here. Try to see that the racetrack there. Looks like it. Is that the aqueduct? I don't know. I don't know a lot of that New York scenery. All right, so now we're turning to cross over LaGuardia. So JFK will be out our left window. Try to get a looky-loo at that in a minute. All right, so LaGuardia is 12 o'clock right there. See it? Not really close. It's where I'm looking. It's 12 o'clock. You see, so that's the runway we're going to be landing on, the one we're coming right to right now. So that is 3-1. So we're going to go over the top and come in there. JFK, if you see right there, that's where we're looking at there is JFK. So we're going to cross the top, go over Manhattan, go over Staten Island, come back around, and then we curve in. You can see we're going over LaGuardia now, but that's the runway we're coming over now is the one we're going to land on is 3-1. So you see the pier there for runway 22. See how much pier there is? So that's all out in the water. It's on a big concrete pier. That's Rikers Island right there where the prison is, and there's the bridge out to the prison island. That's all the East River going through there. Going all the way to the left there, that's East River. Astoria. I forget what the other town is there. Astoria is right there, that side by the baseball fields. That's LaGuardia. That's a good view over LaGuardia there. Let's see. So can I? I'm not going to bother. I was going to try to get a picture. Here, let's try it. I don't want to screw with it. So we're going to be going right over Central Park. See that Central Park right underneath us there. I believe that's Roosevelt Island right there. I think that's where the cable car goes to. That island right there with the Brooklyn Bridge going. Is that Brooklyn Bridge? I think that's the Brooklyn Bridge. Pretty sure it is. So going over what do you call it? Manhattan now. Yeah, see, I still got some bullshit sitting around. We got a good picture here. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it. I gotta play with camera controls better. Oh, going through the glass there. The Hudson River coming over now. We'll be taking a left here in a second, but we just went over Central Park. There's the piers there, the aircraft carriers right there.
178, keep speed not above 200 knots.
So he's flowing us to 200 knots. I already briefed that. We expected
not
that.
above 200 knots. Endeavor
I'm gonna go ahead and
5178.
click some flapping. We'll go with flaps 8. And I'll set a bug. Remind me. 200 knots. See if we can see Teterboro. Might be too close to Teterboro to see it. I can't see Teterboro. But that's the Hudson River right there. We used to fly down the Hudson all the time to get turned in, and you'd always see balloons. As people would buy balloons, like little helium balloons, and then you know, let go of them, and they would just float straight up above the city. There's downtown Manhattan right there. See the Statue of Liberty right there. And we're coming over Staten Island. If you look at 12 o'clock, you see that where the water cuts across there. And then there's this big landmass. I can outline it. This big landmass here. That's Staten Island. This is Newark Airport right here. Statue of Liberty is right here. I think, is this Ellis Island here? Either this is Ellis Island or this is Ellis Island. I can't remember which one's which. I can't remember which one's which. Here's the piers for all the shipping. This is Staten Island here. Do you see this plane here? He's likely on the same approach that we are. So we're going to be cutting across. I think that's still the George Washington Bridge unless they change the name of it. Let me look. Oh my God. Computer's running slow. No. That's George Washington Bridge is up further. This is the that's the Verrazano Narrows Bridge. That was, if you remember, the one that got had the wind blowing it and it fell down. That was the old Verrazano Narrows Bridge. That's coming over Staten Island now.
Endeavour Flight 178 descend and maintain 3,000 feet.
3,000.
Descend and maintain 3,000 feet. Endeavour 5178.
Actually, that's 3,000 money it is. Okay. That's 4 for 3. So even though it's like a short flight, we have this long arrival to get us sequenced, because if you see, it took us away from JFK, over LaGuardia, and then it kept us away from Newark, to then take us back in, to keep us away from JFK to get us into LaGuardia. So it's all that sequencing because we have the 3 major New York airports all on top of each other, pretty much. So you can see right there, Jesus Christ, right there, we got a plane going into Newark. What's that big white nonsense there? You see how much power I need in a turn with a couple notches of flaps. I need a lot of power to keep speed in that turn. Because you're giving some of your lift vector to the turn. So in order to maintain altitude, you need quite a bit of power. You know, you're trading energies for everything. So giving some of your energy away for the turn, you need to add power to get it to kind of equalize it, you know. Or else you're going to lose speed. It's like in the Navy when they do a break, you know, they come fast over the carrier, and then they do a break. They're bleeding off speed and energy. All right, yeah, so we're gonna go right over the Verrazano Narrows Bridge. All right, so we're at 3,000 for, you know, we need that for Pachu, which is what we're going for next. So after Pachu, we expect 2,500. So there's a Verrazano Narrows Bridge there. Yeah, so we used to do a visual approach. We'd come down here, get to about Liberty Island, go to the tanks, follow the expressway around Shea Stadium, and I think they replaced it with a bunch of RNAV. That's JFK right there. So again, we're kind of on these paths to keep us away from the other airports. So sequence everybody in. Gives you kind of a cool view of the city. There's Liberty right there. A couple big
New York
ships.
approach Delta 269er 4 Heavy is passing 7,700 feet, climbing flight level 210. Endeavor 5178 descend and maintain 2,500 feet. Keep speed not above 180 knots. Delta 269er 4 Heavy New York approach altimeter tree 0.10 radar contact. Continue to Jersey.
Ah, I did it. I moved my view. I gotta fix it.
Descend and maintain 2,500 feet. Keep speed not above 180 knots. Endeavor 5178.
Make sure it's 2005 in the window. 2005. I just counted it off. After that, we need 2002, and then we'll descend down about 3-degree glide slope down to 1160. We'll be visual. We're already visual.
269er 4 Heavy, you are 29er miles southwest.
Like I can already see runway
Descend and
31.
maintain 7,000 feet. Expect RNAV X-ray
runway
31's
31's over here. So.
Veris transition. Clear to Veris. Endeavor 5178 descend
Here's the
and maintain
2002.
2,200 feet. Descend and maintain 4,000 feet. Expect RNAV X-ray runway 31 approach via Veris transition. Clear to Veris Delta 269er 4 Heavy.
Getting slow here.
Descend and maintain
It altitude
2,200
capped
feet.
on me.
Endeavor 5178.
Alright, we'll start getting ready here. Alright, we're pretty much visual at this point. We still have to follow the approach, but until we're on final.
Endeavor 5178 descend and maintain 1,100 feet.
New
Ah,
York
come
approach
on.
Endeavor 5178. Say again.
Endeavor 5178 descend and maintain 1,100 feet.
Descend and maintain 1,100 feet. Endeavor
1,100.
5178.
Yeah, so this is probably what the expressway visual was. See this road right here? That's the expressway. So we used to do the expressway visual. You did this all visual. And then I'll show you Shea Stadium when we go over Shea Stadium. So we're all set. I gotta get, before landing, flight attendants advise passenger signs are on, thrust reverser arm, landing gear is down, 3 green, flaps are 45, before landing checklist complete. All right. So this is the expressway. So we used to do the expressway visual, and you'd look for the expressway and follow it in. And
Endeavor 5178
this is Shea
descend and
Stadium.
maintain 800 feet.
I don't know why he's walking me down.
Descend and maintain 800 feet. Endeavor 5178.
But you can see this is Shea Stadium. That's the baseball stadium. So we used to follow the expressway and then come around Shea Stadium visually. A little fast here. I gotta.
Endeavor 5178, you are 4 miles
As
south
it-
of LaGuardia. Contact tower on 118.7 when inbound on the approach.
Tower on
Delta
118.7.
1417
Endeavor
heavy
Autopilot's
contact
coming
on
off.
121.85.
Tower Endeavor
Autopilot's not off yet.
5178. 3 miles southeast inbound. Arnav X-ray runway. Tree 1 approach.
Endeavor 5178 tower. Altimeter tree 0.08 wind tree 1 tree at 20. Cleared RNAV X-ray runway tree 1 approach. Endeavor 5178
Goddamn.
number 2 for landing.
I'm
Follow
looking
the
for the
aircraft
guy.
on base. Wind tree 1
I'm
tree
on
at
fucking
20.
base. I don't know where he is.
Cleared to land runway tree 1.
There's my landing instructions.
Clear to land runway. Tree
I
1
don't see
number
him. I'm
2. Endeavor
landing.
5178.
Alright. This is like, I need to see that Shea Stadium right there. That's the baseball for the Mets.
Goodbye.
I gotta trim this up. I'm all out of trim here.
500. 500. Sink rate. 400. 300.
rate.
200.
Sink rate.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20.
A little overflare there.
10.
Delta Tree 79er Heavy, go around.
I'll make Juliet.
Going around Delta Tree 79er Heavy. Delta Tree 79er Heavy, contact New York approach on 120.8. Good day. Endeavor 5178, exit runway when able. Endeavor 5178, contact ground on 121.7.
121.7 Endeavor 5178. Goodbye.
Endeavor 5178, taxi to gate 6 using taxiway Bravo Golf Cross runway 22 Foxtrot Bravo Bravo.
That's not where we're going, but
Ground
see,
Endeavor
it's all bugged
5178.
out. You can see it's saying say again.
Please.
The aircraft has come to a complete stop.
So that's a cool approach. I was looking for that traffic. They just had us too close. I can't because your game's fucked up.
Ground Endeavor 5178. Say again, please.
Yeah, it got laggy at the end there. The game's been getting laggy right on approach, which makes it hard. Especially like I want to do some clips of these landings, and I can't when it gets all fucked up. Kind of annoying. Might just do the one flight. Yeah.
Endeavor 5178, did you hear my last transmission?
You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna shut you off completely. There you go. Bye. Ignore ya. Game's broken as shit, I'm telling you. Right, did I even turn the APU on? No, door's open though. Let's get some lights off here. This is way too much work for one person. Right, transponder. Alright, after landing, APU is coming on, transponder is off, slat flaps set to 0, lights are set, probes are coming off. Alright, APU's up. Alright, we can shut the APU down. That's a really cool approach. I'm glad we got it, but unfortunately the video kind of gets screwed up for the shorts when I kind of get all the lag coming in and bullshit about cutting across flight paths and shit. They got that gate blocked out with that catering car. Go on to this one. Flight took longer than I thought just because that approach, like I showed you, it takes me all around the city. So it's like 20 minutes just going around the city. APU not on? I turned the fucking APU on. Okay. Alright, whatever. Pretty sure I turned the APU on. I looked at it. It was at full when I shut down. Alright, whatever. That was a good flight. Cool to be able to do that RNAV in there. It was nice to see. But if you guys liked the video, make sure you like the video. If you're new and you enjoyed it, consider subscribing, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.